now a timeout called by Golden State. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Iguodala's try. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. James Jones, he's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for James. McRae's checked in for Smith. And it's Williams in for Irving. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
The Cavaliers leading by 22.
And getting back to Iguodala last season, not only did he come off the bench for the first time ever, but he really thrived in doing so. Playing the fewest minutes per game of his career, he was able to avoid some of the nagging injuries that had plagued him in the past. And so he could stick around to help the Warriors assemble that franchise record of 67 wins last season.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
To the paint. Pass to Barbosa. And there's the feed to Green. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
You know, for Iguodala at this point in his career, it's just about winning. He's had a couple of large contracts. He's made multiple All-Star teams, but now it's about rings for him. And he got one.
He misses the free throw. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Here's Livingston. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Mozgov with the steal. The pass to McRae. He dishes it to Mozgov. No luck. The Warriors go the other way with it.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And here's LeBron outside.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
The Cavaliers leading by 21. On its way from Irving for 2. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Warriors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Golden State moving the ball around. They double team Curry.
Timeout. Start it.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 21. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. And look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Green. Rush comes in for Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for LeBron James. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. That gives him his second three of the half with 3 total for the game.
A nice shot by Irving.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Took him no time at all on that one.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And it's Thompson again missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
To the wing right side. Back to Bogut. He feeds it to Rush to stop the run. And Shumpert pulls it down. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, you've got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here.
The 2K Sports.
Get a chance to present. And that's getting